Hello, my name is Nikki Hudson. I chose a licensed professional counselor with a master's degree. I talked to my friend Tracy, who owns her own practice and she's currently working towards her PhD. We were talking about the working environment and how most counselors who own their own practice typically work between 25 to 30 hours a week. You get to create your own hours because you're your own boss, so it's easy to take off holidays and work around family schedules, kids' doctor's appointments, soccer games, family vacations, things like that. There are many stressors with this job. This job involves talking to people about their problems and their issues, and you often talk about their emotional trials and their stressors, and so it's very important that you have that boundary of yes, you need to help them, but also not to take on their stress. So that's kind of a thing you constantly have to be aware of and constantly make sure that you're not doing. Other stressors for this job are if you're dealing with people who are very suicidal or depressed, this can be very taxing on someone, and as a counselor, you're looking out for the best interest of the patient, and you want that patient or client to be able to talk and get better and feel more confident about their life through the sessions. And so as a counselor, you kind of worry about that with people who are depressed or suicidal, and it's very important that you evaluate how severe it is and take the appropriate steps necessary for that. Typical benefits I couldn't really find a whole lot, just because a lot of people who own their private practice don't get a ton of benefits other than like you can charge more per session than you can with working through an agency. Some common job tasks, there's a lot that you could list, so I just list like what I felt was the most important. And these include being able to talk to clients and having one-on-one and group conversations with people. You have to be able to deal with people from all backgrounds and walks of life, so you need to kind of have a background of, or at least a basis of religion and ethnic backgrounds to be able to relate to the clients a little more. You need to make sure you're, of course, like abiding by all the ethics and keeping confidentiality. You need to be assessing patients with their problems and coming up with a treatment plan for that and talking to the patient about it and making sure they feel comfortable with this plan that you've created. You need to learn more about new upcoming developmental stuff in psychology and new techniques that are coming up, so you can be able to kind of have more of a variety of things to do with your patients and different things like that, and more information that you can give them. Educational requirements to become a licensed professional counselor. You have to have a bachelor's and a master's degree. And a lot of people do pursue their PhD, especially if they want to become a psychologist. If, let's say, a counselor wants to specialize in trauma therapy, it might be important for them to take some classes and be trained in things such as like EMDR, which is a therapy technique often used in trauma therapy. Salary range kind of varies. Again, private practice, you charge like per hour, and you could charge more per hour than you can in an agency. So an average salary for a licensed professional counselor who owns their own practice is roughly $70,000. And that's just an average, so it could be below or less than that. And yeah, counseling's fun.